There's so many relationships that you look at and they look picture perfect, but they don't sleep together at home. You think they got all no, they don't. They hate each other. They can't stand each other, but they have a great business thing going on with each other. It's business. It's not a relationship. It's business. So many of you idolize so many relationships. That's why we see in the news, we see celebrities that get divorced and you be like, what? It's a shock to you because you're like, yo, I thought their relationship was good.
Man, you are really encouraging me, motivating me, inspiring me. God is really using you to help me out.
What's going on, family? I want to welcome you to AOS, the podcast. I'm your host, Mr. AOS Inspires. This is what I need you to do. We're on every single platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I need you to go and subscribe and follow us right now. We drop content every single day that'll help you with your life because our mission here at AOS, the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. I want you to live life on the next level. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you that's watching this episode. This is going to be a dynamic episode. I need you to dive in. Do me a big favor. I need you to like, share, and comment. Don't be a stranger. Comment with us. And this is what I need you also to do. I need you to copy this link right here on this podcast, this episode, and share it with at least 10 of your friends. I promise you, it's going to help them out. Let's jump into the episode. You guys are so amazing. I want to welcome you to another episode of AOS, the podcast. Listen, family, let's go ahead and jump deep dive into this thing here. The reason I'm doing this episode, the reason I'm doing this particular episode is because I want to help some people out, right, that make emotional decisions. It's crazy because you can get into a situation, a relationship, right, and make an emotional decision emotionally to be in this relationship with this person, and the relationship is so toxic that you stay. Period. Like many of you can really holler back at me right now and just cut all the crazy talk, cut all the drama, because if I really peel back the layers and deal with you guys individually, in relationships, a lot of y'all are in toxic relationships. However, you feel as if, listen, I'm too deep in to get out now. Right? Your emotions is what's making you stay. Many of you are in toxic relationships and you want to get out. So I want to drop this episode today, and particularly for my single people that don't have anybody that's like, yo, I'm looking right now, or you're about to step into a situation and you want to make sure that you're making the right decision. I want to help y'all out today because too many people are in relationships, watch this, that are toxic, but you feel as if this person has, and I'm going to tell you something real clear. This person has done so much for me that I can't leave. Like, I got to stay loyal. Many of you are loyal to dysfunction, which is bananas. I want to recorrect that. I want to change that and redirect you, help you redirect you with that real fast. But many of you are loyal to dysfunction. So not only are you like, listen, I'm staying because in my darkest moment, this person has really, you guys have maybe experienced death in the family, in your family or both of y'all families, and you were there for each other, right? They were there for you during your darkest moments. But, I love it. R. Kelly said it the best. Once a woman's fed up, or even, I'm going to put it like this, once a man is fed up, there's nothing that you can do about it. Once you fed up in the relationship and you ready to go, you won't go. Period. No, once you feel, I tell people this all the time. Stop suggesting that they leave. They haven't had enough. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about experiences. I'm talking about if they're getting treated like trash in their relationship and the relationship is toxic, they haven't had enough toxicity. But once a person is fed up, then there goes. So many people are in relationship and you're connected because of emotion, right? Or like I said, they did something great for you, or they've been there for you during the darkest moment. And the biggest one, outside of the emotional connection, the biggest one is the reason why toxic people stay in that relationship is because they're already familiar and comfortable with this person. Like, that's a major one. Many of y'all can holler back. Listen, y'all need y'all to stop acting bougie. Like, for real. Like, leave it in the comments. Like, yo, he on it. I know I'm on it. Because many of you don't want to move into a new relationship that you have to rebuild and relearn somebody all over again. Matter of fact, let me put this out there. Some of y'all are just lazy in relationships. That's the problem. Like it's not that you're not a good person. It's not that you haven't healed. It's just that you're lazy. You don't want to, and I'm going to give you some major keys, but you don't want to rebuild with somebody new. You don't want to have to learn somebody new all over again. You don't want to have to learn their likes and dislikes. And many of you don't want to get and in this relationship and start a new relationship because you don't want to be alone. You're scared because you know this. You can't get into a relationship and, day one, we start moving in, we live together. Now we lovey-dovey. Day one, you can't start doing that. Many of you are scared to go through that process. And I get it. I understand. Because most people, not just men, but most people are creatures of habits. So whatever habit, whatever pattern that I'm used to, this is what I'm used to. That's why many of you go to restaurants. Not too many people. There are some people that don't mind trying new things, but not too many people. When you go to your favorite restaurant, you order the same thing that you always get that that's good. Because we are people of patterns. We love things to be certain ways. So in this episode, I want to illuminate why it's important for you to pick the right person for your future. Like, even if you're like, listen, I don't want to get married. Cool, that's fine. But you still need to pick the right person for your future. Somebody that you're going to spend a lot of time with in a relationship, not just friendship. You need to pick the right person because the wrong person would derail you. The wrong person would get you off of track. I can't wait for y'all to listen to this 5 minutes of motivation this Friday. I'm dropping some major keys. Matter of fact, I need y'all to listen to the next episode that's dropping on Wednesday because it kind of collides all in together and it makes sense. This episode makes sense with the other 2 episodes I'm dropping this week. But many of you are in relationships. Now, let me talk to the healthy relationships. Many of you are in healthy relationships, great relationships. You are just at a place where you don't know how to get to the next level. Now, I'm not talking about all of you, but I'm talking about some of you are in a healthy relationship. You just don't know how to get to that next level. Right. And, it comes a time and point because it has to be somebody in the relationship that's the leader. Whether it's the man or the woman, whatever it is, whatever situation you got going on, somebody has to be the leader in that relationship to guide and navigate you to so that you can get to the next level. Because some of you are in healthy relationships, but it's like, I'm seeing the same cycle, the same thing we're doing year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day. I'm tired of it. Like you want some spice in it, not far as sex, not far as date night. You're just like, listen, I want to get to the next level financially. I want to get to the next level and build a business. I'm tired of working a 9 to 5. Talking to y'all as well. I'm really building the deck because it's so important for you to choose the correct person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, or a person, and even like I said, even if you don't want to get married, you need to choose the right person that you're going to spend any amount of time with romantically. You got to choose the right person. And the reason I say that because a person that you're in relationship with, I'm not talking about the fly-by-nights, the ones that listen, that's just my cuddy buddy. We just, go out, have a good time, have sex, and that's it. No, I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about you guys that's like, listen, I'm trying to build something serious. I may not be trying to get married right now, but I'm trying to build something real. It's important because once you build that relationship and you both are in tune with each other, you take their opinion very seriously and they take your opinion very seriously. This person can be the very vehicle that drives you and help you get to destiny, or the weight that holds you back. Like, you make the pick. Pick wisely. Like, have you ever met somebody or somebody and you look at their relationship? What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? Have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? Your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place You lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. Their relationship is dope. They're meant for each other. And it's not that their relationship, I just want to clear the air, clear that smoke real fast, because many of you see healthy relationships or something that you think is healthy, and you think like they got a perfect relationship. Nah, they don't. No relationship. I want to clear that out and put this out for everybody. No relationship is perfect. I don't care how good they look together. No relationship is without blemish or flaw. There are some issues in every single relationship. However, the reason it works so well, because most great relationships that you see, from the outside, not on the inside, you see from the outside, the reason it works so well is because they have come to an understanding like, yo, we're going to rock together. And when we rock together, watch this, we're going to keep this circle tight. We're not going to let nobody in. We're not going to share no business. We're not going to be immature. And then when we go do something together, we're going to post it on Facebook, social media. No, we're not going to do all that. We're going to keep a poker face in the streets. We may be dealing with something behind closed doors. Like, that's a real dope relationship. We may be dealing with something behind closed doors, but when we get out these doors and into these streets, I'm going to love you and treat you with respect no matter how pissed I am with you, period. That's a dope relationship. Right? That's how a lot of relationships that you look at, that you idolize. I got to put this out there, that you idolize, that you're like, yo, I wish I had that. No, you don't, because you don't know what listen, there's so many relationships that you look at and they look picture perfect, but they don't sleep together at home. You think they got all, no, they don't, they hate each other. They can't stand each other, but they have a great business thing going on with each other. It's business. It's not a relationship, it's business. So the reason I had to turn that corner, because so many of you idolize so many relationships. That's why we see in the news, we see celebrities that get divorced and you be like, what? It's a shock to you, because you're like, yo, I thought their relationship was good. I mean, it looks good on books, on paper, on TV, on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media sites. It looks good on the website, but it's toxic at home. Why is this? Why do people have toxic relations? I already told you, number one, why people stay, because emotionally, I can't detach from you right now. I can't detach from you. You've been there, right, for something that has transpired in my life. So I'm stuck with you emotionally. Or you're just so comfortable with the person. This is it. I know what you're going to do. I know your mood swings. Keyword, I can deal with it. Many people, that's a bar. Many people are in relationships because they are dealing with the person. Not necessarily in relationship with them, they're dealing with them. And I don't want, listen, when you do what you got to do on the front end, when you get in the middle and the back end, you don't have to do all this. Oh, I'm just dealing with this person I'm just dealing with her. I'm just dealing with him. No, it don't have to be like that. When you pick wisely, don't pick from emotion. That's a big one, right? Let me go through the little steps real fast, because so many people pick from emotion. So many people pick because of physical features. Let me give y'all a synopsis of physical features. They fizz out. Like, I tell people this all the time. I love this little phrase. When they look at black people, when they look at us, they be like, man, you look good for your age. We be like 50, 60, 70 years old, still looking in our 40s and 50s, right? That matter of fact, y'all know Country Wayne. I don't know how old she is, but Ro, the woman that, when he first began to really blow during the pandemic, was his girlfriend. Then she became the side chick, right? But you look at her, you're like, yo, she got to be like 20. Like, no, you know she ain't 20, but you're like, yo, she got to be like 30, 40 years old. I don't know how old she is. I want to say I saw 47, but I don't know. But anyway, the phrase says that black don't crack and beige don't age. But what I like to tell is show enough swell. Facts. With understanding that black don't crack and beige don't age, but it shows enough swells, right? Meaning that the looks is going to fizzle out. Facts. Like it's like, and I get it. A lot of men are attracted to eye candy, and women too. You ladies are attracted to men with the chiseled bodies that's cut up like an action figure. I get it. I understand, right? It's appealing. Now, let me clear this up. It's no problem being attracted to a physical feature, right? But when the physical feature that you're attracted to becomes the foundation to why you make a decision to be with somebody, that's what I'm attacking right now. That's trash. Why? Because those physical features change nobody. I don't care who you are. Janet Jackson, like she ain't fine like she was in what's my movie? Poetic Justice. That's my movie. She ain't fine. I mean, she's still beautiful, but she's not fine like she was in Poetic Justice. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter who you are, what ethnicity you are. Things about you will change. So this is the big one. When you make a decision off of a physical feature, because she fine, she got the curves in the right place, or he chiseled, right? Or this is another big one, another feature that a lot of people make decisions off to be in a relationship with somebody because they have money. Suppose they go bankrupt. Suppose they make one bad financial decision and they lose everything. Will you still want to be with them? Now, this is, I think people look at scenarios like that and think that it will happen still while they're in their prime where they can get somebody else. Suppose it doesn't happen like that. Suppose it happened, you get together at 30, 40 years old. 40s are great. 50s are great. 60s a little rocky. But now you're in your 70s. Nobody, I'm telling you, nobody's checking for a 70-year-old shorty. Nobody's checking. I mean, when I say nobody, that's all relative, right? Like you have some people that's looking for 70-year-old people. But what I'm saying is, suppose you're 70 without the curves. Or fellas, suppose you're 70 without the money and you lose all the money, right? Let's look at it from that perspective. And some of y'all will be real cocky and real arrogant, like, I ain't worried about it. I build it back up. You're 70 years old. You don't have the tenacity that you did, unless you're a vegan and you took care of yourself and you're like, yo, I'm good, I'm Gucci. Nah, I get it then. But majority of the people won't be at that pinnacle of their life. They won't. So, most will be on medicine. It's definitely gonna be a slower downer. You're going to definitely be slower than where you were before. So the whole point that I'm making is, when you make a decision to be with somebody because of physical features or because of money, you must understand that those dynamics can change at any moment, or it can last a while, 20 years, 30 years. But then, of course, I know MC Hammer built it back up, but MC Hammer in his prime, they said he had 30 million. And he blew through it, right? Mike Tyson had money in his prime, blew through it. I mean, he's great now. I read an article a couple weeks ago that he's making $500,000 a month just from his, dispensary, right? Which is dope. But everybody's not fortunate to lose it all and then bounce back. Everybody's not like that. So when you make a decision to be with somebody because of those type of features, understand this, that can change. Now, so I know you're asking the question, so what should I be basing my decision off? I believe that you should base your decision off the type of character. I told you this in the other episode. You got to write down what you want in a person. Like, what are your deal breakers? Many of you are dating people and you're getting it wrong every single time because you don't have no deal breakers, or you don't know your deal breakers, or you don't have any boundaries. What are your deal breakers? No matter if this person's a millionaire, they do this. That's my deal breaker. I'm done. I'm out of here. I met this one guy. He's Jewish, right? I asked him. I said, how important is it for you to marry another Jewish woman? Because he said he was looking for a wife. And I was like, yo, how important is that? Or would you marry a woman from a different culture? He was like, nah, I won't. Because I love my culture so much And I'm summarizing it. I can't really think about the words that he said exactly, but what he was saying was, I wanted to keep my culture legacy going from a standpoint of being, like not blended. And he said he has nothing wrong with other ethnicities, but he wanted to marry inside of the Jewish community. That was his deal breaker. Right now, on the flip side, let me give you this. This is a crazy one, right? I met this woman. I love talking to people. That's me. You hear all my episodes. I met this person. So I met this woman, and she was raised. I want to say she was raised Muslim. I want to say that. I know she's a Muslim, right? I think she was raised Christian. Maybe, I don't know. She's Muslim now, right? Her whole mindset, what I'm saying is, you have to understand your red flags. What is a deal breaker for you, right? She said in the beginning she wouldn't marry outside of her culture. Well, number one, she's African, and she wouldn't marry outside of her religion. Those were her two deal breakers. But she said she tried it time and time and time again within her culture and within her religion, and it didn't work. So then she said, you know what? I'm going to take a stab in the dark, and I'm going to go outside of my culture and outside of my race. Matter of fact, she's Muslim, and he's the guy that she's with is a Caucasian Catholic guy, right? But she said they've been running for the last 6 years, and it's been amazing. They're about to get married. But the biggest thing, what I'm saying is, you have to write this thing down, even if you step outside the box. You have to know. And she was being methodical about it. Like, yo, I'm sticking in. These are my red flags. No, I'm good. The guy outside of her red flags try to holler. No, I'm cool. Like you my red flag list. Many of you don't know. If I ask you 10 qualities of a woman that you really want, you can come up with it on the spot, but you'll just be guessing. It's nothing that you really intentionally written down or intentionally put down on your list. You would give me some bull crap, but it won't be, no, listen, if you go to my diary, you go to my journal, you'll see it. Nah, many of you don't do that. Many of you are like, yo, I see what I see and I like what I like. You don't even know what you like. You like what you like. Yeah, right. You don't know what you like. Tell me what you like. Right? So we need to move, intentionally. People need to move intentionally when they're dating somebody, when they get to know somebody, because this person that you're with can alter the rest of your life. I mean, alter the rest of your life forever. And dreams that you had or that you have, that you want to accomplish, those can get put in the ditch because you're with the wrong person. And many of you are going to waste, and I hope this episode hits home for a lot of y'all, because many of you are going to waste great years of your life. What's going on, family? I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life-altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job. You lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, and the business started off great, and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. With a person that's toxic and a person that's not going nowhere, a person that doesn't have any drive. Why are you wasting this much time with somebody that has no drive about themselves or don't have no future plans, right? Or better yet, a person that doesn't have any dreams for themselves, but yet they won't help and push you for your dreams. Why are you staying with these type of people? Why are you staying with the person that every single day y'all argue and fist fight? Right? Every single day y'all break up. Every single week. Right? Oh, we ain't together. So now you going out cheating and messing with somebody else. They're going out cheating and messing with somebody else. All because you're saying, oh, we're not together. But then the next week, y'all back living in the same place. Toxic. Why are you so attracted to dysfunction? Why are you so attracted to toxicity? Like that's a question for real, that you got to ask yourself. And until you ask yourself that question and really answer it, I mean, really ask yourself that question and you have to answer it. You'll keep on finding yourself in the same predicament year after year, week after week, relationship after relationship. Because you have a type we all, let's really be honest, we all have a type physically. We all have a type physically that we go for. You know, whether it's you like the guy that doesn't have high self-esteem, but he's handsome, he has money, he has his life together, but he just doesn't have the confidence, you know, that you can move in and get him. And, you know, it's an easy pluck, you know, or you may be the type of person like, nah, I need a baddie. That's a big one. Many of you, men and women, you want this handsome dude that 6 figures or 7 figures, 8 figures, like he got it like that, right? He look good. Or, and also on the other end, men, you want a baddie, like a woman that's super bad, crazy body, right? She ain't got to have no money, but she crazy bad, right? But you got to understand what those qualifications come with. Like you don't just get a bad chick or a fine, handsome dude and it's just easy selling. No. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't get somebody that's loyal and dedicated to you, but it comes with a lot. You got to understand this. A lot of eyes will be on them. A lot of desirability will come their way. A lot of temptation will come their way because there's going to be another guy that has more money than you. There's going to be another woman that looks way better than you do, right? So you got to understand those dynamics because so many people, I want a baddie. Okay, cool. Are you wired to handle a baddie? Big one. Are you wired to keep their attention? That's the major bar. That's the major bar and the major key. Many of you are not wired to keep these people's attention, but yet this is what you want. And then you get heartbroken down the road. Listen, stop being so vain and shallow. Oh man, why you with her? Oh man, did you see her body? Her body crazy. Or the girl's like, girl, why you with him? Girl, he drive a G-Wagon. He got that Rolls Royce Cullen. He got a house and he got about 3 properties. He rich. Stop being so vain. And this is the biggest thing that I like to tell people. When you chase your purpose, the people that you're supposed to be connected with romantically or people that you're supposed to be connected with, period, will come because you're chasing your purpose. Be who you desire to receive. Because when you become who you desire to receive, the person that you're desired to have or that you're intended to have will come. I promise you. Just get to work. Stop waiting for this person to come. Because when you're waiting for this person to come and you don't have a list already ready, you would take whatever is available. And many of you have taken, that's a bar, I'm out of here. Many of you have taken what's been available. And when you take what's been available, it has not panned out well for you. The relationship did not work great for you. Let's call a spade a spade. The relationship did not go well for you. It's not going well. You're like, yo, I'm ready to get up out of this situation. I'm done. I can't keep on doing this. It's stupid. I don't want to keep on being with somebody that I'm not happy with, that I'm not growing with. All because you did not do your due diligence on the front end. I'm going to say this and I'm done. I'm going to give you this great analogy. Why do you think jobs, now I'm not talking about regular jobs, right? I'm not talking about your fast food or, your entry-level sales positions. Nah, they may do one interview and you can get hired. I'm talking about the jobs that really do digging. The jobs, have you ever put a reference on your application? Right? I mean, it's been a while since I had a job, but when I was in the workforce, you put your references on your application and they call your references. There's a process to real jobs, and this is a big one. There's a process to real jobs. You go for your first, some have 3 interviews. You go for your first interview where you meet with one of the managers, and if the interview goes well, they do some background checks, they do some digging, they call your references, they call your other previous jobs to find out what's going on, family. I know that you're enjoying the episode, but I had to pause to ask you a quick question. Have you ever been through anything in life that was so life altering that it changed your life forever? I mean, have you ever been and had a job and you lost that job? I mean, your dream job, you lost that job for whatever reason. Maybe you're an entrepreneur, you started a business and the business started off great and then it seemed as if it was going downhill. And now you're at a place, you lost your marriage, you lost your children, you lost some major things in your life. And now you're at a place in life where you're like, hey, this is the end of the road. I don't see it getting better. I got news for you. It will get better. And I wrote a book just for you. It's entitled Winning After a Major Loss. You need to go and get your copy. Go to barnesandnoble.com, go to amazon.com, get your copy right now. Winning After a Major Loss. I promise you, it's going to change the trajectory of your life. It's going to change your mindset. Most importantly, it's going to change your heart about your situation, because I promise you, you can win after a major loss. Go get your copy now. Barnes & Noble's, amazon.com. Order your copy now. Let's get back to the episode. Then you go and meet with your second interview, may be with the GM or something like that, a hire manager, right? Then your last interview may be with the staff that you'll be working with. They want to get a good feel and see, will they fit in this office or will they fit in our environment, right? Those type of jobs. Then also, not only that, then after they want you and you pass all the qualifications and all the check marks get checked off, they send you an offer letter for you, not just to say, yeah, I'll interview, but I want to be on board. No. We're going to send you an offer now to see if you will accept this offer and work for our company. The same thing you should be doing in relationships. There should be such a process of elimination. Like, let me see them in different situations. Matter of fact, let me bring them around my friends. I may not bring them around my children. I may not bring them around my mom and dad, but let me bring them around my friends so my friends can get a vibe from them. Let me listen to them. Wise counsel, right? I ain't talking about your friends that don't have nothing. I'm talking about really wise friends. You should vet the process before you commit to somebody. Because the sad part about it, you can commit to somebody and they can wash you down the drain. Why? Because they're drains and not fountains. That's a bar. I'm gone. What's going on, family? I want to say thank you for rocking with us during this episode. We have been so excited to drop this episode. I'm glad that you made it to the end. This is what I want you to do. If you have any takeaways from this episode, leave it in the comments. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear how you feel. I want to bring content to you that's relevant to you, that'll help you change your life, because you already know our mission here at AOS Inspires, AOS the podcast, is to empower the world to never give up, one conversation at a time, one interview at a time, one video at a time, to help you live life at the next level. This is what I need you to do. I need you to like, subscribe, share this episode. If it spoke to your life, share this episode with somebody. Why? Because you are connected to some people that we're not connected with. And with that connection together, we can empower the world to never give up. I'm Mr. AOS Inspires. This is AOS the podcast. I can't wait to see you next week. Just in case you didn't know, we drop every single week, 3 times a week. Mondays, 8 a.m., Wednesdays, 8 a.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. You need to catch an episode. Matter of fact, catch all 3 episodes. It's going to be fire. I promise you it's going to help you doing your everyday life. It's going to help you get to the next level. Let's go.